What's happening, everybody? Trey here, joined by my dad, Sean, and today, reactions to the classics. We're going to kick off a little twist on one of our normal series here, Dad, the song battles.
Right.
We're switching that up to a little bit of a rap battle action over here, where we're going to pit two major tunes from these well-known rappers,
right,
and pit them against each other. See what's going to come out on top. And today we're going to be checking out Eminem, of course, and I'd say in my opinion, his two best songs, Lose Yourself and Stan. So I know we're both already very familiar with these, Dad.
Very familiar, Trey. The first song we're going to listen to, Lose Yourself, I don't know how many times I listened to that back in the day when I was in my bodybuilding days. I mean, M was on repeat in the early to mid 2000s for me. So yeah, very, very familiar with these. And I already don't know what I'm going to pick. I'm going to have to really... Like, even though I've heard them a million times, it's different when you're listening to them like this.
Well, exactly. And that's why I think it'll be kind of a fun exercise, since we are going to listen to them, back to back, have the lyrics.
Yeah, it's a different experience, it's an immersive experience.
And so, we hope you have fun and join along with us. And of course, we want to know in the comments which of these two songs, I know they're both classics and both great, but you got to pick one, man. And that's the tough part of this exercise. And of course, we also want to know what other rappers that you want to see us cover. And, I already got stuff thinking of Pac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, Outkast, Kanye, Kendrick. We'll hit the big heavy hitters for sure. And even go way back, maybe get some Ice Cube up in here. Yeah, some NWA. Who knows, man? But let us know down below. I'm looking forward to this twist on the song battle series. But enough talk, man. Let's get into Lose Yourself, Dad, which, pulling up the research, the Wikipedia here, I was impressed and kind of forgot how long this song was number one. It was number one for 12 weeks in a row.
His first number one.
Which, and that surprised me as well. But, you're thinking here, Dad, this coming out in 2002. I think at his
he was at his peak. Oh, he was at his peak.
We're coming off of Slim Shady LP in '99, and then of course Marshall Mathers LP in 2000, which took the world by storm. And everyone had an opinion whether they really loved it or they hated the profanity.
Of course,
lyrical
he was so good at using videos. Right, he was so good, and that the controversy, it just made him bigger and bigger. This movie had some success too. I drug your mother to go watch it.
8 Mile.
Yeah, so it definitely had some success too, and that helped as well to get him more kind of mainstream, acceptance.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Dad, I'd say this is M's most famous song. It is the most
I would say so too.
Streamed song from the 2000s on Spotify, which I needed to look at that, see how many streams we're talking here. Yeah, we're looking at almost 2 billion. And I mean, M has 4 songs at over 1 billion streams, which is just wild. Still to this day, is almost in the top 10 worldwide listen,
which is crazy.
I mean, it just shows the longevity of M and his music, man. So with that said, y'all, we're gonna get into this one, and looking forward to this. This is produced by Eminem and Jeff Bass, and it was interesting too, Dad, kind of looking through this, that he wrote this on set and recorded it in a portable studio and only did one take for each verse.
It's all insane, man. It's all insane. He was at his peak powers, man, I'm telling you.
So let's get to it. Oh, it's like kind of the cracks too, like you're hearing vinyl records spinning.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it? Just
I'm ready to rap along. I won't do it, but I'm ready.
His arms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't pass. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. Soul's escaping.
What a chorus.
No joke, man.
This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is boring, but superstardom's close to postmortem. It only grows harder, homie grows hotter. He blows, it's all over. These hoes is all on him. Coast to coast shows, he's known as the Globetrotter. Lonely roads, God only knows he's grown farther from home. He's no father. He goes home and barely knows his own daughter. But hold your nose, cause here goes the cold water. These hoes don't want him no more. He's cold product. They moved on to the next mo who flows. He knows dove and sold nada. So the soap opera is told. It unfolds. I suppose it's old partner, but the beat goes on. Da-da-dum. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go.
The rhyme schemes just go so crazy too. Internally, in that line, everything.
You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. No more games. I'ma change what you call rage. Tear this motherfucking roof off like two dogs' cage. I was playing in the beginning, the mood all changed. I've been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage, but I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Best believe somebody's paying the Pied Piper. All the pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. Cause man, these goddamn food stamps don't buy diapers, and there's no movie, there's no Mackay Pfeiffer. This is my life, and these times are so hard, and it's getting even harder trying to feed and water my seed. Plus, see this order caught up between being a father and a prima donna. Baby mama drama screaming on her. Too much for me to wanna stay in one spot. Another damn monotony's gotten me to the point I'm like a snail. I've got to formulate a plot or end up in jail or shot. Success is my only motherfucking option. Failure's not. Mama love you, but this trailer's got to go. I cannot grow old in Salem's lot. So here I go, it's my shot. Feet fail me not. This may be the only opportunity that I got. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. You can do anything you set your mind to, man.
This beat is so catchy too,
It's
man. It
just-
works. I love writing it out for these last 40 seconds. You know, what a track.
I mean, you were rapping a little bit to it. So I was trying not to. I was in my head every single word of this freaking song, man.
Ooh, I mean, dude, yeah, I think that forget just talking rap, hip hop. I think this is one of the best songs of all time.
I do too.
I mean,
I do too. I absolutely do. It's so well written. It's insane.
It just and everything about it, I think,
Yeah.
is just on point from from the beat to even the opening where you hear almost the pops and
look, if
of
you had
the
one shot
vinyl record, and
Yeah.
then
And if you had one shot, one opportunity, like that has become one of those vernaculars in my life. So someone's like, you got one shot, and in my head, I'm always like, or one opportunity. Like it's just one of those things. It's iconic,
dude. And then we go into that first verse where like the beat drops a little bit, bass gets a little heavy, and of course, I mean, anyone who's ever heard it can start rapping. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Shout out to Mom Spaghetti.
Exactly, man.
And so, just the way too that Em rhymes, not only Dad, because some rappers, especially some of the popular ones nowadays that I think are just flashes in the pan. A lot of times they just rhyme, the N word, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But Em, especially in this period, I think in his career was so good. It just like his flow and the way the syllables, even internally, were able to come together and rhyme so smooth. And just his delivery on this, especially knowing this was only one take.
I know that's insane, man. I did not know that before we did this, and it's telling the story of what the movie's about. Rabbit, which is him. He's got one shot, man. He's got one shot in the rap battles to try to make it and get out of where he's at, man.
Well, and I think too, there's a universality in this song, Dad, where no matter what you're going through, if you like, anyone can connect to this if they're kind of down and out a little bit in life, knowing that, hey, man, we only got one life to live, and even if I'm down right now, like the song is very inspiring.
Yeah, it is.
It
definitely is.
It's one of those that always, I think, will kind of lift and pump you up to be like, man, F this, I'm gonna get through this. Dude. And even at the end, M knows you can do anything you set your mind to, man.
Yeah, it kind of voices that at the end as it's going out. I like that in the last 30 seconds. So yeah, I'm trying to stay chill. Like that song pumps me up every time, because it not only is a great song, it's connected to a memory of mine. It was right before I would heavy bench press, and this is the song that I would listen to, and it's like, it just, the adrenaline.
Well, and the thing I think too is that, he starts off kind of at a little, serious, but, smoother delivery. But then by verse 3, man, that aggression pumps up as almost the intensity of the song and of the intensity of, man, I got to make this out, make it out of the trailer park. Sorry, Mom, like this has got to happen. I can't be using these food stamps anymore. Like it's just one of those kind of like now or never type of vibes. So, man, an absolute iconic classic tune, and we're going to another absolute iconic classic tune. We got Stan right here, Dad, from the aforementioned Marshall Mathers LP, came out in 2000. This was the third single for the record. Did you buy Marshall Mathers LP on release day back in the day?
I did, Trey.
Okay.
When I popped this in, and when this song came on the album, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, it's so much different, right? And it wasn't a huge hit in America. It only went to 51.
That really surprised me.
But it topped the charts in 12 countries. That surprises me, too, because the video was everywhere. And it made Dido famous. Now, she might have been famous other places, but she had her song first, Thank You, and he sampled that, and then she's in the video and she's in the song, and it just kind of blew up. But it definitely surprises me.
Well, and it's interesting too that sampling Dido, because the song Thank You came out in like 98, so it wasn't really that old a tune, and yet he was able to mesh those together. We have 45 King producing this, who uses a slightly modified break from Thank You as its bass sample, and so that's just interesting. You wouldn't think Dido and Eminem would
you would not, man. You would not
able to come together so well, but man, it really did. And again, one of the more acclaimed Eminem songs. Definitely, you look at different lists, it's always coming in the top 3.
Yeah.
And even the Oxford English Dictionary a few years back added the word "stan" to the vernacular. I hear this all the time on social media and whatever.
I do too.
He's a stan of this person.
I'm like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that this is what. He's actually created a word.
Yeah. So with that said, y'all, let's follow along with this story right here. Man, with the thunder, you get kind of that dark nighttime.
I can see the video in my head right now.
but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn, you must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. Sometimes I scribble addresses too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, fuck it, what's been up, man? How's your daughter? My girlfriend's pregnant too, I'm about to be a father. If I have a daughter, guess what I'ma call her? I'ma name her Bonnie. I read about your Uncle Ronnie too, I'm sorry. I had a friend kill himself over some bitch who didn't want him. I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. I even got the underground shit that you did with Scam. I got a room full of your posters and your pictures, man. I like the shit you did with Rockets too, that shit was fat. Anyways, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back, just a chat. Truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Stan. Dear Slim, you still ain't called a roll. I hope you have a chance. I ain't mad. I just think it's fucked up you don't answer fans. If you didn't want to talk to me outside the concert, you didn't have to. But you could have signed an autograph for Matthew. That's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. We waited in the blistering cold for you for 4 hours and you just said no. That's pretty shitty, man. You're like his fucking idol. He wants to be just like you, man. He likes you more than I do. I ain't that mad though, I just don't like being lied to. Remember when we met in Denver? You said if I write you would write back. See, I'm just like you in a way. I never knew my father neither. He used to always cheat on my mom and beat her. I can relate to what you're saying in your songs. So when I have a shitty day, I drift away and put them on. Cause I don't really got shit else. So that shit helps when I'm depressed. I even got a tattoo with your name across the chest. Sometimes I even cut myself to see how much it bleeds. It's like adrenaline. The pain is such a sudden rush for me. See, everything you say is real, and I respect you cause you tell it. My girlfriend's jealous cause I talk about you 24/7. But she don't know you like I know you, Slim. No one does. She don't know what it was like for people like us growing up. You gotta call me, man. I'll be the biggest fan you'll ever lose. Sincerely yours, Stan. P.S. We should be together too.
That intensity ramping up.
That's how it do.
This third verse, whew, about to hit hard.
Yeah, it's really about to ramp.
Dear mister, I'm too good to call and write my fans. This'll be the last package I ever send your ass. It's been 6 months and still no word. I don't deserve it. I know you got my last 2 letters. I wrote the addresses on them perfect. So this is my cassette I'm sending you. I hope you hear it. I'm in a car right now. I'm doing 90 on the freeway. Hey Slim, I drank a 5th of vodka. You dare me to drive? You know the song by Phil Collins, In the Air of the Night, about that guy who could have saved that other guy from drowning but didn't? Then Phil saw it all, then at a show he found him. That's kinda how this is. You could have rescued me from drowning. Now it's too late. I'm on 1,000 downers now. I'm drowsy. And all I wanted was a lousy letter or a call. I hope you know I ripped all of your pictures off the wall. I love you, Slim. We could have been together. Think about it. You ruined it now. I hope you can't sleep and you dream about it. And when you dream, I hope you can't sleep and you scream about it. I hope your conscience eats at you when you can't breathe without me. See, Slim? Shut up, bitch. I'm trying to talk. Hey, Slim, that's my girlfriend screaming in the trunk. But I didn't slit her throat. I just tied her up. See, I ain't like you. Cause if she suffocates, she'll suffer more. And then she'll die, too. Well, gotta go. I'm almost at the bridge now. Oh, shit, I forgot. How am I supposed to send this shit out?
Man, that intensity, you almost get chills hearing that, man.
Dear Stan, I meant to write you sooner, but I've just been busy. You said your girlfriend's pregnant now. How far along is she? Look, I'm really flattered you would call your daughter that. And here's an autograph for your brother. I wrote it on the starter cap. I'm sorry I didn't see you with the show. I must have missed you. Don't think I did that shit intentionally just to diss you. But what's the shit you said about you like to cut your wrist too? I say that shit just clowning, dog. Come on, how fucked up is you? You got some issues, Stan. I think you need some counseling to help your ass from bouncing off the walls when you get down some. And what's this shit about us meant to be together? That type of shit'll make me not want us to meet each other. I really think you and your girlfriend need each other, but maybe you just need to treat her better. I hope you get to read this letter. I just hope it reaches you in time before you hurt yourself. I think that you'll be doing just fine if you relax a little. I'm glad I inspire you, but Stan, why are you so mad? Try to understand that I do want you as a fan. I just don't want you to do some crazy shit. I seen this one shit on the news a couple weeks ago that made me sick. Some dude was drunk and drove his car over a bridge and had his girlfriend in the trunk, and she was pregnant with his kid. And in the car they found a tape, but it didn't say who it was to. Come to think about it, his name was, it was you. Damn.
All right, Stan, bringing it in, man, and I can, I didn't know what copyright. I, probably should have pulled up the video, but I was playing that. It's one of the best music videos of all time. I think. And again, I think I'm gonna say what I said on the last song, Dad. Forget just keeping in the rap genre. This is one of the best written songs there's ever been, man. What a story.
Well, and I think one of the things is too, the story is so intense that the arrangement of having Dido and that on there breaks that intensity up to make it flow better and more catchy and more commercial. And one of the reasons that I'm thinking about it, that it probably only went to 51 is the last verse when the girlfriend's in the trunk and I remember this, people had outrage over those. Oh man, I can't believe you show. It's like, well, it's like telling a story, dude. Like, this is depression and this is what happens. But people were really, that was one of the main things that were outraged at him on the list of things. But dude, this song is just incredible. And the way they put the sound effects in there, not in a cheesy way, the scribbling, the storm, the wreck, it's insane, man.
Dude, no, and so, you start off with that great Dido chorus, and I think that's a fantastic point about that, softening a little bit. It softens
between the just banger verses, man.
That dichotomy. And so, you start off with, and the different perspectives too. Our first three verses, obviously, from the perspective of our character Stan right here, who just has that infatuation, bordering on that stalker level with him right here. And, we even at the front notes some similarities between him and M. And he says he's going to name his daughter Bonnie. M had a song called Bonnie and Clyde on Slim Shady LP. And, we have a couple different callbacks to that record here, at the end. Drank the fifth of vodka, which M said on My Name Is, but he notes, man, I even got your underground stuff, Eminem. Hey man, I hope you get this. Hit me back just to chat. Truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Stan.
So he's happy right now.
Yeah.
Then we get the chorus to break it up, but then in verse 2, he kind of doesn't get it because he didn't write him back, and then he dissed his little brother Matthew because it effed up. So now he's angry.
Well, he even notes, I just think it's effed up. You don't answer fans. And then he goes on kind of, a tangent there.
You hear him get more and more emotive in it.
Yeah. And, I thought that was great. And then you start to kind of see kind of that mental illness side of Stan right here, right? Where he even has a tattoo of him across the chest. And he, self-harms as well. And his girlfriend's even jealous because he's always talking about Eminem.
You already told him earlier, all the posters are on the wall.
And then you get the big kind of gut punch at the end, sincerely yours, Stan. P.S. We should be together too. So now you kind of bring in that dimension, which I hadn't really fully, thought. I've heard the song a lot, but that dimension of, oh man, like I want to be together with you, maybe even in a relationship.
Yeah, I know. See, I never really caught that either. And in verse 3, you definitely catch that.
And so then verse 3, Dad, it's the most intense, one of the more intense, I think, verses of M's whole career. And, now he's calling him, dear Mr. I'm too good to call her, right, my fans. And this is where, you hear the screams in the back because the girlfriend's, she's tied up in the trunk in the back, pregnant with this kid, right? And he just kind of notes, oh man, it's been 6 months and, you still haven't wrote, and that sent Stan over the edge, literally.
Yeah, but then that verse, you're talking about them being together. I loved you, Slim. We could have been together. Think about it. You ruined it now. So, I'm like, I never thought about it that way either. And then, wow.
And he is driving off the bridge, and he's like, oh, how am I supposed to send this tape out, right?
But it gets out.
And then the last verse we have from the perspective of Eminem himself. He's all like, he says, hey, man, sorry I didn't write you. I've been busy. And, he starts asking a little bit about Stan's
He's kind of
life.
going through those first 3 verses and answering questions.
Yeah, he says he didn't even see him at the show. He must have missed you. Don't think I did that intentionally just to dish you, right? But then he starts telling him like, dude, Stan, I think you need some counseling, right? You're just kind of bouncing off the walls, and you probably need to treat your girl better, this and that. And then M starts coming to his own realization, Dad, towards at the end. He was like, man, I don't want you to end up like this one dude I saw on the news who, you know, drove over and she was, you know, he had his girl tied up in the back. She was pregnant with his kid. And in the car, they found a tape, but they didn't say who it was to. Come to think about it, his name was, it was you. Damn. And then you hear the you know, thunder strike. And in the music video, I think M's like looking out of a window.
Yeah.
And when that happens, like you see a flash of Stan like in the music video. So, man, what a way to end a song, Dad.
All right. Well, you're the one that dreamed up these two songs to make an impossible choice. The toughest song battle we've ever done, and I know we've done hundreds of them.
And you want me to go first? You want to go first?
You know what? I'm not going to be a little wuss in this.
Okay.
I'm going to go first. Even though Lose Yourself is like so phenomenal, I guess I'm going to have to go with Stan. I didn't really think that going into this battle. Well, I don't know what I really thought going into this battle, but I'm going to have to go with Stan just because the storytelling, I mean, but it isn't Lose Yourself too. I mean, I guess Stan 50.6% to 50, well, that wouldn't add up, but you know what I'm saying. 50.1 to 49.9. See, Trey, you got me all flustered here. I can't even do simple math.
You know what, man? I mean, I think these songs are both 10 out of 10s, but I'm going to go with Stan as well. Just because I think, man.
And no shade to Lose Yourself. Golly, that song is fantastic.
That storytelling, I literally got some chills at the very end of that third verse. So I guess that sent Stan over the edge, no pun intended for me right here. But, man, we want to, you're not going wrong if you're choosing Lose Yourself by any means. We, of course, again, want to hear from y'all which of these you have coming out on top. And again, let us know your favorite Eminem track if it isn't one of these two.
Yeah.
And let us know any other artists you want to see featured in this new kind of a rap battle type of series we got going on right here. I know this is a little longer video than our normal song battles, but there was just so much to talk about. And we really haven't featured M a lot in a solo type of format, which is kind of surprising considering all the videos we do have up. Which, speaking of, man, at the end of this video, you'll see a link to another video you might enjoy. We got a lot of rap reactions and some reviews up, so you know, be sure to check those out. And if you like what you saw, hit that big thumbs up and that subscribe button. If you want to support the channel, maybe have us do a song battle for you, check out our Patreon page as well, which will be linked at the end and down below. But I guess that'll wrap it up from us today.
That's it.
So until next time, thanks for watching, happy listening, and we will see you.